Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube? It's the one and only Donnie, you know it's murder. And I'm back, and today we got NBA players explain how Carmelo Anthony destroyed everybody. Kobe, LeBron, and Paul George. I don't know why they put Kobe first, because first he didn't destroy Kobe. Kobe actually destroyed him. So, I don't know why they put Kobe in this. But we gonna see how Melo bag work. I ain't gonna lie, people be disrespecting Carmelo like he's trash or something. I ain't gonna lie. Melo is a bag. He has a straight bag. So we gonna see what they gotta say. Further ado, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and pretty simple. Let's get into it.
Who's the most difficult player that you've ever had to guard in the NBA?
100% Melo.
Who was probably the most underrated player, right?
Underrated, somebody who I matched up with. To me, Melo, dog. I'd rather guard LeBron, Kobe, T-Mac before Melo.
His size, man, and his strength, and he knows how to use it. So, he throws his weight around. If you look at the game, look at some of the other players, LeBron James, Wayne Wade, some of these other guys, they're either all the way to the basket or long range. Melo can post up, can finish at the rim. He has a mid-range game. He has a three-ball game. He can pull up left, pull up right, step back left, step back right. So that gives you a lot of options as an offensive player. And as a defender, you got to try to pick which one you want to.
Kobe never said this, by the way. I don't know what this leaked footage is.
All of those things.
For a long period of time, he was the most difficult for me to defend of all of them. Like his game was nasty. He could get nasty and bully ball.
I ain't gonna lie. Nuggets Melo is tough. I cannot lie to you. Nuggets Melo is tough. I like the 2012, 2013 Melo a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Just a little bit, but I feel like when he was on the Nuggets, he was mellow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
If he had that 17-footer face-up going, it was over. It's game over. If he's not even
green,
I'm talking about if he was able to post up in that head post and turn and get into his, and he had that jumper working that night, it's nothing you can do. I can firmly remember many nights, from Denver Melo to New York Melo.
Like, bro, how can you guard that?
He was by far the toughest from an individual standpoint, like how physical he played. That era, there wasn't no sweep through. Guys wasn't, trying to draw fouls. He was about a bucket. Go get a bucket. And so it was always just staying tight with Melo, contest everything. He was so good at creating contact and being physical. I was just going to be in for a long game. And after games, literally, bro, I would have ice bag here, like ice bag on my knees, sitting in a cold tub, like just how sore I was, like how tired I was, like.
Dog, he used to hurt my chest, cause he bulldog. He a bulldog.
Cause he'll shoot, miss, go get it, shoot again, miss, go get. Like, he had that quick jump. He'll move you out the way, push your ass out the way, bully game.
He gonna be physical. He gonna post you up. He gonna hit you with a shoulder in the chest. You gonna be hurt after the game. Like, he gonna make you feel this 30.
Funny story. First time.
Nah, he gonna make you feel this 30 is crazy. I cannot lie.
Guarded Melo was when he was in Denver and I was in Indy. Danny was ahead of me, right? So Danny was originally supposed to play. We get a call that Danny slips in his bathtub.
What?
Sprains his ankle, and so he's out for the game. So like,
he didn't want to play that night.
He didn't, and that was the story. Like, guys would say, like, "Oh, you got Melo-itis today, huh?" Danny was not trying to play that night, right? So we get the call. Danny falls. And it was like a game where I'm not expecting to play. I'm not playing at this point. Like, I'm playing very spot minutes. So my preparation going into the game, I'm like playing video games, not locked in. Like, and I get the call like literally like 30 minutes to an hour before my bus time. Like, yo, Danny's out tonight. You're gonna start. You got Melo. I got Melo. Bro, Melo went for 40. He hit me with everything. 43 ball, deep 3 ball, mid-range, post-game. So I'm like, yo, this dude is serious. That was in my mind. Like, oh, this dude busted my ass. Like, Melo was a problem.
The big bucket. That's what I call Melo, man. Like, what Melo's been able to do.
Jason Terry, shut up. Nigga, you got dunked on. That's all I gotta say to Jason Terry. You got dunked on. Jason Terry was a sniper, but he got dunked on.
Over his entire career, it's been phenomenal. He's an NCAA champion. He's a gold medalist. I think it's 4, maybe even 5 times. Like, who's done that? He's done some things in his career individually that not a lot of people have done on the planet Earth. And to watch him early on in his
Oh my
career,
God, look at that
guys,
bag
he's one
work.
of the best isolation players that I've ever seen. The jab, jumper, mid-range, unstoppable.
Bro, that
The
jump
hang
shot
dribble
is fake
pull-up,
quick.
unstoppable. And he can post you up.
Melo was, one of the guys for me. That 03 draft class is special for me. I was like 6, 2006 is probably when I fell in love with basketball. So, LeBron has always been my guy, Carmelo, D-Wade. And I remember my first ever preseason game was against the Blazers, against Carmelo.
Yo, he got wrestling championships? That's hard.
I lost the ball. I couldn't even dribble. I was so shook. So that's what that picture is. It's like I lost the ball. I'm picking it up like, oh, where do I go now? But now I have, great relationships with those guys. And anytime I see Melo, it's nothing but love. So
love watching Carmelo growing up. Love watching.
Zion, bro, I know they paid you to say this, bro. You know damn well you did not watch Carmelo. The way Zion play, he definitely did not watch Carmelo play, bro. Zion is lying.
Watching him play, I wanted to see in person how he created his space. Because, it's always one thing to see it on tape, but when you're actually playing against, you get to see, their footwork and how he utilizes his body. And, I'll never forget that. So he, jabs me. I'm like, oh, no, he didn't go. Pump fakes me. I kind of raised, jabbed me again, and shot the shot. And I was like, man, that was a tough move. Man, I need to, try to add that to my bag.
He could get his shot off like this. And I added that to my game, that quick jab, and he'll put that bounce and then step back. And you could not guard it. It was unguardable. So that's why you could never give him space, because you're going to play on your heels. When you're guarding Melo, the fastest first step I've ever seen for a guy that size. He had the quickest first step. So you had to play tight defense on Melo. If you let him face you up, oh, it's over. It's over. You couldn't allow Melo to face you up.
The first time I see Melo play, we're in New York. We're playing in this same tournament in college. I'm at Marquette. Melo was at Syracuse. And I heard about LeBron. I didn't hear about Carmelo leading up until that season in college. I'm thinking I'm one of the best players in college, and I hear about this kid who's supposed to be the best player in college. And I'm like, let me check him out. And he had 30 and 10, and it was it was effortless. And I was like, oh.
30 and 10 in college is crazy. It's new people that's not even doing 30 and 10.
In New York, in Madison Square Garden, we were playing in the same tournament, and I was like, oh, he's a true.
Second year Melo. It was dope, man, seeing the boy development. He was still a kid. I'm saying, seeing his development. Very, very talented, man, score. No, just seeing the way he could put that ball in that basket, man, effortlessly. And his work ethic, man, gym rat. No matter what it was, man, he always working on that craft, man, so.
Bro, they be lying. Bro, they be saying everybody is a gym rat.
Shout out to Young.
Everybody is a gym rat.
Duo in the league at the time.
How talented was that team?
Man,
AI, Melo, you, Kenyon.
When I tell you practice was a movie every day. And it was crazy because this is right after Kmart came from Jersey. This is second knee surgery. And he came back jumping higher.
Yeah, crazy.
I was like, man.
He was a
then
monster.
we got MC, long as blocking. Give me that.
Yeah.
AR, then Chauncey came. It was wild.
What happened?
Man, it was so much fun. I feel like at the time, I was 32, into my prime, still good, but I can't really carry the team. But he could carry it every night, you know what I mean? I really needed him, and he was unstoppable.
People don't understand he could give it to you on 3 levels, however you want it.
I mean, it was incredible. This dude was the most talented dude I ever seen, ever played with. And I needed him
man
at
is
that time
nice,
in his career,
bro.
He needed me too.
I ain't gonna lie,
it was
Melo's
a
starting
perfect-
to
literally perfect.
shoot. Now I'm watching this. He might get up here on the charts. I'm not glazing, but bro, this inspired me to put this nigga higher on my charts. The way they chat about this nigga, I'm not there, right?
He never missed a practice. He practiced hard. He come to work every day.
Never missed a
It was
practice
beautiful.
like that.
I just was like,
That's
damn,
like top
why
5.
they can't get over the hump?
We had a coach that was able to manipulate our minds, so we wanted to mature enough to be like, yo, man, let me holler at you real quick. Such and such said this, let me talk to you about it. You know what I mean? Opposed to, oh, that's what he said? That's how you feel? All right, bet. Well, I'm going to go get my 35 or I'm going to get my 20-something, and then it kind of wedged the gap within everybody into almost just get your stats.
Chauncey was like a sigh of relief because of who we had as a handicap as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So Chauncey didn't let him fuck it up, basically.
Right. But then, you start to just make people refocused. And I come, and you know how I come, you know how I am anyway. I'm every day with it. So I think they kind of understood, damn, it's a new sheriff. Like, we got to square up a little bit. And it was so much fun. It ended up being one of my most fun seasons, being able to help turn that thing around.
So Chauncey knew time, score, who need to do what. He got everybody involved at first. Of course, Melo go get his touches throughout the game, but in the fourth quarter, it's like 15, take us home. So that was dope for him to be that and to run the show. And that's what was the difference, man.
I think we get so caught up in how this leader does it, how that leader does it. Melo is his own version of a leader. Melo was one of those guys that I've never felt so safe. As far as the games went on, I started realizing this dude will really take the blame for everything.
Off the court, he don't get enough credit.
See, Carmelo a good dude. See, I been knew that. Me and Melo, we used to be hooping and shit. And he used to be telling me about his life, bro. I knew Melo was a good dude. I been knew that.
For somebody that can deal with noise, somebody that could withhold comments and not hide behind their work, but let the work speak.
This inspired me to go.
And somebody that finally, when he does speak, doesn't lie. He won't lie, and he won't blame. And there's times that I literally have told him, bro, why you don't just say what happened like that? You know what I mean? If I'm yelling at him, I'm like, bro, why don't you just say it? And he would just, that's not on me to do that to that man. It's not my job to take food out of another man's mouth. I'll take the blame. Even if it's coach's fault, they'll fire him, they ain't gonna fire me. I'm gonna trust in my work ethic that I could fix this. Like, he'll take the L. This time Melo done took heat. And he'll just, I'm gonna just keep on. You know, I know it wasn't falling tonight, but and I respected that. I know I can take everything, harbor it, and I can make stuff happen. So I'm gonna continue to do that. And when me and him had that understanding, that's what made me and his relation. That's why my respect for Melo as the player came. Because I used to be the guy that was always over his shoulder, like, man, you gotta get a ring, or else they gonna talk about you like this. And he would always tell me that's not his focus. His focus is on playing the game the right way, bring it to a team, and if he get it, he get it. But he can't live in his career thinking that way.
The thing about Carmelo Anthony is that you always have a chance to win. And there are guys who get their 20 points and kind of shy away from the lights when they get bright. And then there are guys that when the light gets brighter, they're like a moth and they go straight to it. And that's Carmelo Anthony. One of the most ferocious first steps of any player I've ever played against in my 14 years. His tenacity to want to help his team win, attention to detail and skill set. I think when he is done playing basketball,
he sound better than LeBron the way they talk about
him.
him.
He really was or really is, and just an absolute animal and competitor.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. You know, I think it's more disappointing that people are surprised.
Yeah, he's better than you, Damian Lillard. Bro, Damian Lillard really top 75, bro.
So no
like, that's crazy.
We expect that from him, and you know, I'm glad.
What has Damian Lillard done
in those big situations?
Like, real talk.
The guy has endured a lot from the media, but never changed. I would say at times, you know, people tried to define him, and they were wrong, and he never listened. And a guy, I think, when we look back 20 years from now, we'll say we didn't appreciate Carmelo Anthony enough.
I agree.
Well, we got a break into action. Obviously, biggest news today, Carmelo Anthony announcing his retirement.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, man. I think he still got a lot of game left, but you got to look out for yourself and your mental and your well-being after a while, man. Hats off to him. Great career, man. Spent a lot of time with him, a lot of years grinding, battling together. Nothing but respect and admiration for the work that he's put in, his career. How tough do you think it was this year not being on the roster? Obviously, he looked like he could still play. He could play somewhere in this league. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where, but do you think that weighed on him at all a little bit just to make this decision? Yeah, just from the last few years, man. Just from him having to fight to get back in initially, him having to continue to have to prove himself. I'm saying like he hasn't done what he's done in this league. Like what surefire Hall of Famer has to continue to prove himself. That he can play this game at the highest level, that he's willing to do what it takes to fit in.
I just wish that, you know, he would have got a chance to finish his career. Like every arena he played in, everyone get to give their farewell.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing that I be hating when someone who's put 16, 15 something years into the league, they don't get to go out with that last year. And I think I don't know if it was us, did we have that discussion, where would Carmelo get his jersey retired from? You know what I mean? He's gonna be one of those players that's like, it'll be him, Chris Paul. They're in this middle realm where they haven't played enough with one team to get their jersey retired. You would think Denver.
But then Cola wearing 15.
Yeah, so then you would think New York. So this Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, can go without getting his jersey retired. That's
crazy.
And that's fucked up.
That's crazy.
Do you see a world where they get retired?
His jersey is not being retired there. That's Joker's retirement.
Joker push him out the paint.
Two-time MVP.
So this is what I'm saying. So you could be top 75 ever and not get your jersey retired?
Yes.
That's bullshit.
I think it's an instance where you have to don't
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that is crazy.
retire.
This interesting.
I think that they need to put Melo up, and then ultimately Jokic has to go up shortly.
Bro,
after.
Melo really
To my
inspired
knowledge,
everybody
Nuggets
to
have never
have
made the
braids.
Western Conference Finals.
Melo
took
and
them in
Allen
09.
Iverson braids was hard,
I think as
bro.
of right now, he's not the best player in organization history. He's number 2. So I don't understand how you couldn't have him in the rafters. But I'm sure they'll take care of it in due time. Definitely a Hall of Fame career, and congrats to him.
Bro,
Man,
he's
just
literally
one of my
top
favorite
10 in
guys to play
scoring.
against. You know, to play against one of your brothers, the things you can talk about on the court, the trash talk that you guys have, it's just different. You know what I mean? We always appreciate the fact that Melo took us to Madison Square Garden. Like our matchups versus Melo, Bron and Melo, Madison Square Garden. D-Wade, Melo, Madison Square Garden. You appreciate that because that set the stage for these amazing moments that in 20 years will still be talked about from all these Hall of Famers playing against each other and being friends.
I just want to say congratulations, my brother. I mean, where do I start? Is it us all the way back in high school, sitting outside that hotel, man, all the way to the battles that we had together. I can sit here and talk for hours and hours and hours.
This just,
I'm so proud of you, man.
this just make a nigga emotional.
Blessed.
Nigga, I'm not even
Part
retiring.
of your journey. You're one of the greatest players I've ever seen play. From the very moment I saw you, all the way to me teaming up with you, with the Lakers, man. You've always been one of the greatest I've ever seen play the game. I just want to say congratulations to you, to your family, everything that you accomplished, everything that you've been a part of, your whole journey. I'm looking forward to opening some great vino, smoking a nice cigar in celebration of you. Salute, brother.
Hey, man. Melo probably my one of my favorite basketball players now, man. I ain't gonna lie. After that just changed my whole world. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is too short. Like, if you don't eat a dog, what the dog gonna do? If you don't pull the string before he pull it, who gonna get to the finish line? You know what I mean? So that's what I mean, bro. But further ado, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, stay and remain humble. I love y'all. It's your boy LeDon Dada, and we out. Peace.